Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this SHARVOL S1 tactical flashlight. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this has USB Type-C charging, 1900 lumens, 994 or 303 meter beam distance, high capacity 5000 milliamp hour, IP68 water resistant, 3-year warranty. It includes a carrying case. Go to the back side. So this has dual switch. It has a switch on the side and on the back. So the battery is a 21700 500 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium ion battery. Here are the specs. Let's see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. So this is really nice. This talks about the different modes it has. It has turbo, high, medium, low, eco, and strobe. So it has the lumen levels on it, and it talks about the runtime. So on the turbo mode, it's 1900 lumens. It'll run for 4 hours and 30 minutes. The distance is 303 meters. Intensity is 21,000 candela. Let's look at like the medium mode here. Is 400 lumens. It'll run for 18 hours. The beam will go for 138 meters and it has 4800 candela. And then you have the eco mode, and this is 50 lumens. It'll go for 82 hours. It projects 46 meters and is 527 candela. So modes like that are great for something like a nightlight. So if you travel with this and you're say staying in a hotel, you could turn that on that low mode and throw it in the bathroom and have a nightlight. And that will not just run one night, 82 hours. You could, maybe do 10 nights like that. That's if you don't charge it. So let's get this open and take a look. Okay, so it comes with this nice case. It's I don't know if you call it a hard case. It's not a soft case either. It's kind of in between. So, you can see it. You can flex it, but it's not soft. So you see a lot of like microphones and things like that come in these types of cases. So here we have the flashlight itself. So there's a sticker here that says, "Nope, please fully tighten the cap." So the reason they're wanting you to do that is to get the waterproof rating, I'm guessing. So that sticker will pull off. Then we have a USB Type-C charging cable. So this is a braided cable, so it's a little bit stronger cable. It's I don't know, about maybe 16 inches long. So it has a holster here, so you can fit this in the holster. And then this has little elastic strips here, put other items. So you can put that on your belt there, carry it. Of course, it also has its own built-in belt clip. And here's the battery. So this is the 21700, 3.6 volts, 18 watt hours. Has protection circuit in the anode, so that's nice. So I'll say everything about this kit seems like quality. Just the presentation of it and the materials. So let's get this loosened up here. So this end was a little bit tight. I just wrapped my shirt around it to give me a little more grip, so I could unscrew this. I'll put the positive end in first, like so. I'll screw this back on. And you can see there's an O-ring here to seal out moisture and water. So you got to push in pretty good on this. There we go. Okay, the battery's in there. So on this side, we have the charge port. I'll open that up. And we have the USB Type-C there. I'll plug into that, and I'll plug into my charger. And it's currently charging at 0.46 amps. So that can vary depending upon the state of charge of the flashlight. So let that charge for a minute while we look through the stuff here in the flap. So it has these anti-mold stickers here. So that's good to protect it. We have a spare O-ring. Here's a contact card, product registration, and here's the user guide. Now I probably should have read this first, but it's pretty straightforward, I think. So we'll go over that. Okay, so on the back here, there's a lot of stuff here. So you can pause and read through that if you want. But we look at the operating instructions. It says the tail switch is a master button while the next switch is a function button. So it says slightly press the master button to temporarily turn the flashlight on. To turn it off, simply release the button. Fully press the master button, the flashlight will be on continuously. Repress it and the flashlight will be off. Mode shift. When the flashlight is on, adjust the brightness by pressing the function button. So it has those 5 modes we talked about on the back of the box. It says when the flashlight is on, press the functional switch for 1 second to get into the mode strobe and the SOS. The 2 modes are circulated automatically. Click again and go back to the mode illuminate. Luminance gear can be intelligently memorized. The flashlight can automatically memorize the luminance mode while it is unable to memorize the strobe mode. When the light is on, it will reset to illumination mode. And we have some warnings here. Here are the tech specs again. Talks about the battery, charging, battery status. So you want to read through all that. And here's a diagram of it. So let's go over a couple other things that came with this. It came with a wrist strap lanyard here. So you could put this through the loop in the back, like so. And this has a little slider, so you could put your hand in here and slide that up so you don't lose it. And then this looks like some sort of a leash. So this here you could clip onto this. And then you could clip the other part to say your belt loop or a loop on your pants or jeans. And then if this falls, you're not going to lose it, or your gear, your backpack even. And it springs. So I'm going to take those off for now. I'll leave this lanyard on, I'll leave the leash off. So let's take a look at this up close. So this feels very sturdy, it just feels tough. It's got those loops in the back, we have the button in the back, we have the clip does rotate. We have the button here, the port here. Let's see if any of this unscrews. Doesn't appear to. So it looks like the only part that unscrews is the back, at least easily. I don't know if you took a wrench on it, but I was just seeing if anything unscrewed easily. So to turn it on, we'll press the back button. Now, you can just press it a little bit till it doesn't click, and that will turn the light on like this. So if you wanted to signal to someone with Morse code, you could do that in this mode. So I'm just pressing it a little bit. Now, if you want it to stay on, press it until it clicks. So now it's staying on. And then we can change the mode up here. So we can change the brightness level. So we have low, medium, high, highest. I think that's turbo there. That is bright. So if we hold it down, we're going to go into the strobe mode. And I'll hit it again, and we're back into the regular mode. So it's on low now. I'll turn this off. I'll turn it back on. We're in low mode. I'll hold it down, so we're in strobe mode. I'll turn it off, turn it back on. We're back in low mode. So if you didn't understand what the instructions were saying, it won't remember which mode you're in strobe mode. But let's go to the really bright mode. Turn it off, turn it back on, we're back in the bright mode. So this is the lens, you can see inside there. So there's an icon here saying this can get hot. So if you have it on that high mode, this is probably gonna get kind of warm. So I'm going to turn my camera towards the wall, and I'll point this flashlight at the wall so we can see the light that this casts. Okay, so I'll turn this on. So I have the camera and the flashlight about 4 foot from the wall. Now on camera, this circle in the middle seems very distinct, but in person, there's a more gradual fade from the center to the outer rings. So that's on the low mode, and it's very bright in the center. So if you're pointing this at something, like if someone is changing a car tire and you're pointing this down at the lug nuts, there's ample brightness on this mode. Now, if you're searching for something, you're probably going to want a brighter light. So let's click through this. Here's the next brightest. So this is a little brighter in the center and a little brighter towards the outside. Let's go up one. I think this was the middle mode, and this is quite a bit brighter. Now we're at a mode where if you're searching on the ground, that outer ring is brighter, so that's more helpful. Same here, and this is the brightest mode. This is incredibly bright. So if you're looking at something far away, like in the woods, for a missing child or something, this is the mode you're going to want to use. Again, the dot seems a little more distinct on camera. Let me pull this down so you can see the edge. So I'd say the edge is pretty realistic. There's a little bit of a fade from the light to dark, but it's relatively sharp. So now I'll do the strobe mode. So that is blinding. So it does the fast flicker and then it does the slow flicker. So if you have an emergency and you're trying to get attention, I think this would definitely fill the bill. And I don't know that it's coming through on the camera very well, but it's very bright and no one's going to miss this. So I'm going to take this outside so I can show it at a longer distance how much light it casts. I'll insert that clip here. Okay, so I'm outside and I'm 50 foot from the garage door. You can see the lights on in the garage door, but it's mostly dark here, and I'll point towards the garage door. This is on the low mode. Here's the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So this is super bright on this fifth mode. It's lighting up the whole garage door. You can actually see it's raining right now. So this has a really far throw on it. Of course, when you get further out, it's going to be dimmer, but it's so bright at 50 feet, you're still going to have a lot of brightness as this goes out further. So that's the SHARVOL S1 tactical flashlight. I like that this is a smaller flashlight with large flashlight power. So a flashlight like this would be great for carrying in your car, in your toolbox, with your camping gear, your backpack. It'll easily fit in your pocket, and it's very versatile with the different modes. So say you're doing security or something and you want to look at something far away, you can turn on that turbo mode, but maybe you're helping someone change a flat tire in the parking lot, you could turn on one of the lower modes. Now if you're hiking or something, it's past dark, you have an emergency, turn on that strobe mode, and if someone is around, this will capture their attention. I imagine you could shine this up at some trees and reflect the light off the leaves in the trees, and that would draw attention from miles around. I like that this comes with lots of options, like it has the wrist strap here, it has that leash, it comes with the case and the holster. So no matter how you want to use this, they have you covered. So if this was in the back of my car, I might keep it in the big case here to protect it. If I'm carrying this on a hiking trip, I might put it on the holster. Or if I'm taking it camping, I might just throw this right in my camping bag. Also because of this, I think this could make a great gift. So if you know someone might want a flashlight, but you don't know exactly what they're going to use it for, this has all the bases covered. And the build quality of this also seems really nice. So if you gave this as a gift, I think someone would think that was a nice gift. I would love getting something like this as a gift. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.